All right, good morning, everyone, and welcome to Free Daily Coaching. This morning is a Monday morning. Good to be with you. Good to be here. Pretty excited this morning. You know, really have been working behind the scenes on a lot of projects, and today we're going to be doing some more of the pop-up webinar series and showing exactly what we're doing. Let me go ahead and turn that music all the way off. And super excited about that because you know, I'm going to share a story with you here that I hope will relate to your business, and I know it sure does to mine. You know, in business, a lot of times, and in life, we do things, and we go from place to place, from project to project, and some get finished and some don't. And the reality is, a lot of things don't get finished, don't get followed through on. And when we look at that, we can look back and see that the things that aren't getting followed through on are really the things that are the most important, are really the things that are most essential to getting to where our goals are. And so I was thinking about that, and it sounded, you know, someone said something to that effect, and I'm not sure who, but I was kind of listening to that, and over this past week, we had the opportunity to have my parents were up. My father and my stepmom came up for the week, and we went over some things here at the house and some different things that are going on. And one of the things that we went over was one of my sisters does some stuff at her house where she has a schedule that she keeps, and that she started implementing. And I looked back in my business, and the most successful times in my business, the times when I had the most momentum, the times when I was moving forward the most, was really the times when I had a set schedule, or to myself at least, it was somewhat set, that I had a regular and consistent level of activity. And here at Free Daily Coaching, I've always had that because of Free Daily Coaching. I'm here on the regular. So we've added pop-up webinars. We've added some other things along the way to add to that. However, I did something today that I hadn't done in the past, and I'm going to start doing this on the regular. I wonder if I can just send this to myself. Let me see if I could really quick send this. Oops. Let me see if I can, no, it doesn't let me. So I'll show you guys really quick. Oh, you know, I can probably take I want to be able to, I have it on Pages, so I can send it to myself. Hold on. I just had copied that. So what I did this morning was a new idea. So not just, you know, we've talked a lot about productivity and, you know, batching and stacking and the Pomodoro and all these different concepts. And the idea is to continue to bring these into your life to see which ones work. I got something in my eye this morning, guys. Sorry, when I was out working in the yard. So the idea is to be able to take, oops, I don't want to do that. I don't know. Okay. Is to be able to take these, and let me see if I can't share this. There we go. Send a copy. Word. I don't know where I'm sending a copy to. How to send. Okay, here we go. All right, I'm going to messenger it. I'm going to send it to I'm gonna see if I can't. Well, it won't let me do that. There we go. Hold on, let me see. I'm gonna do this so that I can show you guys. I just did this morning. So, all right, there we go. If it sends over here on my phone, I'll be able to access it up here. All right, cool. So let me go and pull it up so I can show you on my computer what I did. You know, what I figured was this. If we're gonna add into our productivity, if we're gonna talk about things that we're doing even more, then why not show you exactly what I'm doing, exactly how I'm doing it. So one of the things that keeps me motivated and really keeps me on track is that organization. We talked about that. So I'm about to do a screen share here. Let me screen share this. I'll do the entire screen. I'll share it. Let me open up this document. And it'll pop up in just a second here. And this document is something I created on my phone. I have like the Word document or Pages that it's like the same, whoops, opened a bunch of times. Okay, and let me make this all bigger so you guys can see it. Okay, so here's what I did. I just started, oops, I don't need it to be bold. Whoops, I guess it's all, there we go. I just started, I opened up the application really quick and I started taking notes of what I was doing. And the reason was so I could create a master calendar for myself. And I needed to know what is it that I'm doing in the day, right? And this is a great idea. What are we actually doing? And when are we like taking breaks, and how long are those breaks? And what am I actually focusing my time on? Am I sitting on the desk checking things on Facebook, doing different things? As you can see, I probably picked up my phone and checked my notifications, and I don't even know when I did it, because I did do that this morning at some point, but you can see I didn't write it on here because I just did it while I was walking around in this time. And so I counted, this is, you know, I got up a little bit before 6 this morning. I slept in. So here we go. I made my bed. I let out the small dogs. I went and made coffee. I started a laundry load, right? This is a new thing that I'm doing that I implemented. I'm going to do 1 load of laundry every single day. That's it. I'm just going to do 1 load a day. And that way laundry really isn't a concern. And I got that. That's just like a little trick, a little hack I got from my mom. She was like, hey, you know, you should, or she was telling me about a calendar, not you should do this. She didn't say that. She actually was telling me about a calendar, a cleaning calendar that you could use that helps with this. And one of the things was, hey, you could just do a load of laundry every day. So that was easy. While I started that laundry room, there was a couple like dish towels and some other little things in there. So I straightened up the laundry room, and then I grabbed dog food, went out and fed the dogs and let out the big dog, right? So I did that. I came back in. I put away dishes because I washed dishes before I went to bed last night. I ran the dishwasher, so I put away the dishes. Then after I put away the dishes, I went out to do the animal chores, right? So I went out and I just listed everything I did. I fed and watered the bunnies. I fed and watered the pigs. I also brought the pigs out the night before scraps, so I took that out with me. I fed and watered the goats. I put in a new water container out there from the dogs that we were using, and installed it out with the goats. So put it out there and like used it with reinforcement because it would, like the old one broke down. So I did that. I gave the dogs a new water bowl. I came in, I put the laundry in the dryer, and then out by the barn, we got an adapter so I could have 2 different hoses, one that went out to the back of the property and one that just, you know, watered by the barn. So I took the hose off real quick and installed that thing, and then I installed the new hoses. So I took the hose that was existing and put it on, and then I moved the hose, one of the hoses that we had somewhere else around, and put that in. I brushed the dog out a little bit. I went out onto the balcony and spent some time with the animals and brushed out Ziggy a little bit. He's the big dog. And then before free daily coaching, I went in and brushed my teeth. and then FDC. That was it. Got myself 2 glasses of water, right? I'm trying to watch my health and my nutrition a little bit better. And the reason is because, and then let me do an unscreen share. So you can see, why did I do that? Well, 2 reasons. A, so I can look at my list and go, okay, listen, I can get a lot done and a lot of required actions done in a short amount of time, and I can really stay focused. You know, it only took me an hour and I got all the animal chores done that we wanted in the morning. We did it. I got a few extra things done. Oh, you know what else I did? I actually gave the dude, I actually swept up bunny area for pickup. For clean out. I actually swept up the bunny area as well while I was out there. I just swept it up really quick so that I could just go in and make a couple scoops of, like, they get like some of the hay and stuff that they don't eat, and the scraps get messed around. Sometimes they run around in the barn, and so I just cleaned up that area so that I could, you know, so I could pick that stuff up. Okay, so I added that onto my list really quick. So I'm adding this all on, so I can see and I can make a calendar. Hey, these are the things, if I do these, you know, do a load of laundry every day. On Tuesdays, sweep out, or Mondays, sweep out the bunny area really quick. And then I do that every Monday. It only takes, you know, 2 minutes, and then it's always cleaned up out there, right? All of these little things that I could just add in that don't take that long. And the reason that I'm doing this is multiple reasons. A, I feel it's a feeling, and it's also a knowledge that I haven't maximized the amount of work that we're doing and the result that we're getting. And I know that that can be maximized and shared with other people. Okay, that's A. B is, I know that over time, this is a reality that's happened over time. In some areas of my business, I've gotten lackadaisical, and so that needs to be shored up, right? That needs to be shored up, because I want to continue to have success. I want to continue to help other people have success in their business and show them that this is a reality, that you could literally go from not having a lot of technical experience, not being an authority in a marketplace, not having a business of any kind, and you could go out and learn some skills and put together the skill sets required so that you could actually function and have a business. Okay, so recognizing that we need to put some of these items in place is absolutely crucial. So being able to sit down, put this together, A, like I mentioned, to be able to put together a calendar. B, to be able to recognize that, hey, we've gotten a little lackadaisical, let's get back on track. And C, knowing that we're going into working on one of the biggest projects that I've ever done, and doing that with someone else, partnering up with someone, is absolutely going to be an incredible experience. And I know that it's going to be work from now, working, you know, continuously, right? Doing webinars, talking to people, putting together some different of the components that we're putting together in some of our membership sites and bonus areas for you and for the people that we're going to be connecting with this summer. That's going to require a continuous effort. So I want to make sure that mentally, physically, and emotionally, I'm right? I'm healthy. So how can I do that? Well, right now I'm going to start keeping track. What is it that I'm doing on a regular basis? Where am I spending my time, right? And then how could I better use my time? Because now I want to show you guys this. I could go back and I could share my screen. I could come back and I could simply come up to the top here. I'm going to go down, hit a couple down arrows, and then here we'll put in, and I'll put in, we'll make it bigger. What is this? 25. So we'll put this up at 25. Okay, and I'll put in 6 to 7, right? And then we can put a couple of spaces here, and we can put 7 to, and we'll say 7:30, right? Even though we know we might not go that long, but we'll just put that 7 to 7:30 free daily coaching, right? So now I'm just writing down instead of, right? Okay, so this is a different idea, okay? This is a different idea than what you might be used to. This is like back engineering your calendar. Instead of grabbing your calendar, I just saw my wife's. It's probably out in the kitchen. So instead of grabbing a calendar and then just putting in, I'm going to do this, 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 this. I'm going to do this, 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 this. I'm going to do this, 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 this. Like you're just automatically saying that you're going to do a bunch of these things that in the past you may not have actually accomplished, right? They may not actually have been done. Instead of doing that, this is something new that I'm trying. Why not back engineer? Why not keep track of what you're actually doing, right? Then you could go back after a couple of days and go, okay, these are the required activities. There may be some things that you're doing that really aren't required to be completed at that moment. They could be completed later in the day at a more efficient time, somewhere in the day when they would be more productive. Maybe there's things that are not getting done, which I know in my case is actually happening. There's things that are falling through the cracks. There's things that are not getting done on a regular basis that are required to get done so that you could have the success that you want. And ultimately, this is what I want. I want to be able to live a different type of life than how I lived before. I want to be able to have a different type of time freedom, right? I want to be able to have the time to spend with my family and friends, to be able to go to places that I never were able to travel to. I want to be able to have experiences that I never was able to have before. I want to be able to eat the food that I want to be able to eat, right? And I want to do all of those things, and I want to not have to necessarily be worried about the finances. Now, it doesn't mean I don't want to have to think about money, right? Because we all have to think about money. We have to think about our finances. We have to think about our future. We have to think about our families, right? We have to think about creating security. And for me to have some freedom, I need to have some security, right? That's a reality. And so how do I create that? How do I build that into my life? And that's really what we're talking about. We're not talking about some hype, some fluff, some nonsense. We're talking about how could you actually develop skill sets that would be productive? Because many of you have been able to watch watch me build my business from a couple years ago coming online to today. You've seen the ups, the downs, you've seen the hang-ups, you've seen the challenges and the obstacles along the way. You've seen times where I've been massively productive, and you've seen times where I've fallen off the mark and I haven't been as productive as I have in the past. You've seen me try different variations of different things. What I really want to implore you to do is to start taking action and trying some of these techniques, because different strokes for different folks, right? Certain things may work for you, techniques that didn't work for me. What I try to do is throw it out there and say, hey, this is what I'm trying. Now, some things we know absolutely have worked, and we're going to do them over and over and over again. Why? Because they work, right? Because they work, we're going to do them on a regular basis. So, that being said, this idea of writing down, hey, what are you doing? Where are you spending your time? And are you being the most efficient that you can with that time? Once I get this every couple days, every 2 or 3 days, I can go back and start filling in my calendar. Hey, this is where I'm spending my time. This is what's going on currently. Okay? This is what's happening right now. I can also create a list, right, of the items that I would actually are required to be completed on a regular basis so that I can get my work done, so that I can get everything done. I can start to then formulate a regular pattern, a new pattern of activity on a daily basis. Hey, are you getting up and doing ABC? Are you doing 1, 2, 3? Is this happening on a regular basis? Are you just freelancing it? Because check this out. Sometimes what happens is when we become free, right? We have this freedom. What happens is in our minds, we get this freedom like there needs to be no structure, and that is not necessarily the case for everyone. Now, some people can be totally unstructured and that works for them. However, for some people, having that structure is what allows for the freedom. Having the structure and being able to actually be structured enough to get a massive amount of work, right? Get things accomplished in a quick and timely manner gives you the freedom, is what allows for the freedom to be able to do all of these other amazing things. So I'm pumped up. We're working on a big project. I did a bunch of the back end work this weekend to get it framed up and ready. Today, I'm going to start dropping in some content for this project that I'm working on. And as many of you guys know, we got a hand raised. Yeah, if you have, you know what, here, let me go and I just enabled the Q&A. So over on the left, there's a question mark. So you could go over and type in your question if you have a question, because someone raised their hand. So the reason I'm pretty pumped is because, as many of you know, I'm working with Rob Four on a big project that we're going to team up together on, and getting all of this back end stuff has taken quite some time. You can see a little brain dump that we did the other day behind me, and so we've got a lot of work going on the back end. And then really we're excited because pretty soon, just starting this weekend, you're going to actually be able to come over, hook up with us, get some live training and see what we're all about and what we're doing. And it's going to be some amazing free training that you're going to be able to tap into over the next 4 to 5 weeks, that you're absolutely going to want to be part of. You're going to want to, most likely you're going to want to bring people with you, because it's going to be that incredible what we're going to be doing for you on these webinars, what we're going to be showing you, what we're going to be teaching you. And for those of you that have been working with me specifically in the past, you're going to be able to, some of this is going to be a recap of some things we've already done. Some of it, you're going to be able to take your systems and what you're doing in your marketing to the next level, literally by implementing some more advanced strategies, right? Instead of just doing one thing, imagine, instead of just using one social media platform, imagine being able to bump it up and taking it to 3, right? And doing the same thing that you're doing in automation one time, but having it in multiple different areas. Imagine if you could take the idea that I had, and I didn't even think of this until we were brainstorming, and what if and I'm going to do this, and we'll have this up, and you'll be able to get, so you guys will be able to get this as well, is members, free daily coaching members, is you'll be able to actually go in, and instead of just downloading all these templates, which you can do, but what we're going to do is I'm going to create campaigns, so you can just take the actual campaign codes over and do that. So looking forward to doing some amazing stuff with you guys over the next few weeks, putting together some amazing training webinars and showing some amazing things. One of the things that I'm going to be showing specifically and talking to is how in your business could you partner up with someone that doesn't require a partner. Imagine that. Imagine that I was able to, in my business, in the business model that I created, I was able to identify someone that I could partner up with that would be a substantial benefit for me to be able to work with and partner up with and literally walk side by side with as a colleague. However, when I identified that person, literally identified someone that would, if you normally saw that person in a marketing situation, you could look at that individual and say, hey, this is someone that could market individually, could absolutely be successful, has been in the past, will continue to be in the future. How did you do that? How is that even possible? What could you possibly do to make that happen? Well, those are the types of things that we're going to be discussing this summer. Those are the kinds of breakthroughs that we're going to show you how to create in your business. Imagine if you could start doing that. Imagine if you could start using techniques that you could implement, that you could start giving yourself even more leverage. You could get yourself more exposure, more leads, more leverage. And what does that look like in the bottom line? That looks like your business does even more profit. And that looks like a benefit to you. So awesome. Looking forward. I just looked over in the chat. I saw the hand go up. I didn't see a question. So thank you guys, each and every one of you, for joining us this week here at Free Daily Coaching. I'm looking forward to doing some amazing things. I do have a call this morning Otherwise, after that call, look online. If for those that have the availability, look online, because we will be doing some pop-up webinars throughout the week, and we'll see you the next time.